guess it all kind of started when I just wanted to, be healthier. I was tired of looking at myself and seeing something I didn't like, I hated seeing, and not just because at the time I was losing, it all hit me at once. I was going through really bad self-imagery issues just to begin with. I was losing my hair at a very early stage. I was pudgy in places I wasn't proud of. I was having trouble doing anything, and I was just not happy with who I was, I guess. So one day, I was so thankful for the friends that I had and the influencers I had, because without that extra push of motivation from friends, I would have never been able to take this step in the first place. But it was just such a nice feeling to see that I had people out there to support me no matter what. And I know that a lot of this stuff, because I always felt the same way, and I'm sure it's probably true for anyone else watching this, but you're obviously going to always be your worst enemy no matter what. You're going to see things and know things about yourself that other people just clearly won't see, because you're the one that's looking at yourself in the mirror. You're the one seeing all of these so-called flaws, and that's how I was with myself every day. I hated looking at myself. I hated seeing myself in the mirror or the reflection of a window as you're walking through town. Just seeing who you are or who you've become, and it just sickens you to your very core. Now, I know you're thinking, why am I taking or why am I listening to advice from this man? And it's just because I want to say that you can do this. If I can do this, and I'm not saying by any means that I am a success or have had huge results, but I have seen results. I have seen that it is possible. I have seen that you can do this if you put your mind to it. It takes time. It takes so much time, and that's what throws people off. But one thing I want to say before I get too deep is what you ask any person that started exercising or lifting or doing anything regularly, CrossFit, cardio, jogging, running, heavy, powerlifting, ask any one of them, and they'll always hit you with the same response no matter what. I wish I would have started sooner. I wish I would have just gotten up and gotten it done way sooner. Imagine how far you could be, because you'll never, once it just clicks for you, you have to get into the routine. You have to make time for it. Everyone says, I don't have time. I never have time. Who has time to go to the gym? Who has time for fitness? Who has time for an hour of exercise every day? I understand, bro. I understand. Nobody has the time. You have to make the time. You have to put aside anything, and you just have to you have to squeeze it in somehow. You have to get it in, whether that be canceling something for the day. You just have to make it happen. And once you do, you may hate it. There are days where I hate it. I love that, like, it's just such a freeing time. It's your alone time. You have time to think and just kind of get very zen. But sometimes it's hard. But there is no better feeling than being done and saying you did it. And just being able to look at myself now and see the very small amounts of progress I make daily, there's no better motivator. I promise you that once you get into this routine and this schedule, you'll never want to stop, and you'll just keep constantly thinking, man, why did I not start this sooner? Why did I not just try it? And of course, if you see how you like, if you like how you see yourself now, more power to you. I'm not that strong. I was not able to see who I was and how I was and accept that. I wanted to be better. I wanted to improve myself. I wanted to be the best version of myself that I possibly could be. I wanted to be able to keep up with everybody else. I wanted to be able to like how I looked, and I wanted to see myself as I wanted to be. if that makes any sense. It's very late as I'm recording this, but I just wanted to throw this together because it's been a while since I've done a fitness-related video on my channel. This is a kind of vlog. I guess you could say it's my fitness journey so far. I'm about 2 years deep, I'd say. 2 years of seriously knowing what I'm doing. 2 years of putting my best effort, eating as cleanly as possible, not having cheat day after cheat day after cheat day, actually putting forth immense amounts of effort, really dieting hard, really, which by the way is obviously the most important part. You can lift your little heart out, but if you're eating garbage, you're going to look like garbage. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. I know, trust me, I hate it just as much as the next guy. But you can do it. If you need an extra push, if you need a motivator, try out a pre-workout. It can help. It can cause, you to have that extra little push that you may need. The little kick in the behind that may just kind of get you freaking going, You never know until you try. If you want to, this is by no means, I am sponsored by C4 Cellucor. There is a link in my description if you want 20% off of an order for your fitness gains, for your fitness journey. By all means, check it out, but I am not by any means telling you to go and do so if you do not want to. Please, if you just want to go look at the website, go check it out. But anyway, this is just your buddy, your uncle, Bald Mob, telling you this is my journey. This is how far I've come so far. And hopefully in the next 2 years I'll be... It all started with me just wanting to be healthier and to lose a little bit of belly fat. That's how normally everyone does, right? They want to lose their gut. They want the six-pack abs, right? That's like everyone's like, that's what I want, dude. That's all I need. That's what I got to see. And as much as appealing as that sounds, unfortunately, spot reduction, very nearly impossible. If you want to have that, you have to put in the effort for everything. I started with just doing like cardio exercises, a lot of HIIT routines that you could do at home, like jumping jacks, and then running in place, and then high knees, and then just lots of endless amounts of cardio, which if you do any research, you know that you can't just do cardio and be, you can't have a chiseled 12-pack. You can't get large biceps by doing 100 push-ups every day. You've got to do other things. You've got to mix in weightlifting. You've got to mix in anything. You can't just do cardio on top of cardio on top of cardio. But I did that for like a year, right? I would just do these little programs on my phone, anything I could do, any excuse to not do any lifting or go to the gym or anything like that, right? And I tried keto for about a year, which if you don't know is where you eat like basically no carbs. You can have like 20 a day. It's very grueling. It does work, but you have to be so committed. And you have to eat basically nothing, and it's not fun whatsoever. It's much fun. If you want, it makes no sense. Trust me, it makes no sense. But you always hear, if you want to lose weight, or if you want to, lose body fat, you have to eat. Which I know, trust me, it makes zero sense. To this day, to me, it makes no sense. But if you're eating clean, and you're putting in effort doing something, you're going to burn so much more off than you think, dude. Because when you have muscle, it burns so much more fat. And there are things that you can take to help, obviously. There's millions upon millions upon millions of supplements that you can try. And I am by no means saying that there's one brand that is better than the other brand. I have just found a good, reliable source in the couple of brands that I have tried. Cellucor obviously being one of the main ones, but I've also tried a bunch of like gym products. I love them. Redcon is pretty good. There's a bunch of them, dude. There's a bunch of them. You find one that you like, try it out, let me know. Maybe you're going to find something I don't know about. Like I said, I'm no expert. I'm no, professional trainer. I wish I was. I would love it. Fitness is such a huge part of my life. Next to gaming, next to YouTube, next to anything. Fitness is such a main part of my life. I try to lift for about an hour and a half every single day, except for my rest day, which sometimes on my rest day, well, who am I kidding? Pretty much every rest day I have, which I try to have one a week. I'll normally have a meal that's, I like a pizza. That's one thing I can never give up, right? Who can? That's like what I'll have on my rest day. Boom, bada bing. And one is not going to kill you. You are allowed to enjoy yourself. It doesn't have to be, and there are so many. One thing, if you want like, what pushed me over the edge, get a personal trainer. Even if it's like one of the Snapchat fitness trainers, Brandon Michael, he's awesome. I've used him. Ross Dickerson, he's awesome. I've used him a lot. Get a personal trainer, even if it's just someone online. If you get a scheduled program, it helps you so much to stay committed because, one, you're paying for it. Two, it just gives you order. I was so lost trying to figure out what exercises to do, what to do, when to do it, what to do, what day to do what. If you just, it seems like a cop-out, but if you just have someone tell you what to do, it's so much easier. That was the real thing that pushed me over the edge to actually see some serious gains. And if you think you can make your own program, dude, one, you'll save yourself some money. Great. If you can throw that together, awesome. This is just my journey, and this is where we're at so far. Hopefully this has been some words of wisdom from Uncle Bald Mob. I don't know how long this is going to be. I don't know if I have enough pictures or video to go up on it. But if I've rambled too long, oops. I will see you guys in the next episode of Something Soon. Hope you like, you guys. I've never done really a video like this before. It's just 2:30 in the morning, and I didn't know what to record because I'm very tired. I need to do lots of RuneScape as of per usual, but like I said, I'm exhausted. So I didn't really have time to throw a video together for RuneScape, so instead I'm just putting a bunch of pictures on Adobe Premiere and hoping it's inspirational. Bye!